can't imagine the trauma and the confusion and the frustration. I can't imagine.
That DCI special agent says nothing eclipses the horror families experience after murder. Today is National Day of Remembrance, a time for loved ones to remember those they've lost to murder. An
event tonight at Angels Park Memorial in Evansdale welcomed family members, and KCRG TV9's Brian Tabak was there. He now joins us live in the studio.
Jen, Beth, people I spoke with say events like this give them a chance to be with others who have gone through similar situations, something they say most people don't understand.
It's a peaceful, relaxing place to be.
Heidi Mehring visits Angel Park in Evansdale for peace and to remember her son Anthony.
He was a very energetic, silly, goofy 8-year-old.
Anthony was killed at the hands of Heidi's husband in 2006 in Galena, Illinois, an unimaginable act of violence when she was on the other end of the phone line.
I was begging for my son's life. I got to talk to Anthony for a brief moment, and I told him I loved him. And then I heard him scream. And I'll never forget that.
Her story was one dozens of people listened to at the National Day of Remembrance at Angels Park in Evansdale. A day for people like Mehring to be with others who lost a loved one to murder.
Loving people has become more and more encouraged in my life because you never know when the last minute is going to happen.
It's a pain they say most people will never understand.
People ask me, how many children do you have? I have to think for a second, not because I don't want to say it, but I just say 2, and then they go, oh, how old? And then that's where I have to explain. So I live like that on a daily basis because you meet somebody and they want to have a normal conversation, but my life isn't like everybody else's.
It's not just the loss of the immediate loss of your loved one. It is also, in many cases, an investigation that you have to go through. It's a trial you have to go through.
Lauren Niebuhr is here to remember her husband Brock, who was killed by his father in 2019. For her, this is a way to keep his story alive.
I loved him. He was my soulmate. He still is my soulmate.
National Day of Remembrance is a day to honor loved ones lost. It's also a time when the burden each person carries can be shared with others who know this pain all too well.
You don't know what it's like to go through a loss like this.
Angel Park in Myers Lake in Evansdale was created after the deaths of Elizabeth Collins and Lyric Cook Morrissey. Those are the 2 cousins who were killed in an abduction in 2012. In the studio, Brian Tabak, KCRG TV9 News.